Hello guys, can you guys see me? Okay, let me just find this live stream. My light is kind of funny, but let me just have a quick look. Give me 2 seconds. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, where is my live stream event? Okay, so now looks fine. My audio works as well. And today's mukbang live stream, I have to apologize because I don't know, I don't really feel like eating a lot, and then I actually I think it was last week, yeah, beginning of last week, I got a really small task from a company here in Deutschland. So I'm doing some translating jobs to just translate some Chinese documents from Chinese to English. And this small task took a whole lot of time from me. That's why this morning I was working on it. I have a deadline until the end of this month. So I still have 3 days and I still have quite a lot to do. That's the only reason why today I'm eating corns. And I cooked 2 of them. So if this one is not enough, and I still have one in the pot. So right now they're still super hot. I don't need to say too much. You just cook them in hot water. Funny things that I bought this from Lidl. If you know, it's like it's a really cheap supermarket here in Deutschland. And somehow their corns are super sweet. My hands are dirty. So do you guys know today? Today is a special day. Do you guys know what kind of special event today is? Today is Chinese Valentine's Day, and according to the lunar calendar, obviously. So suppose to today's evening, when it's getting dark, you probably could have a look in the sky. There are 2 star signs. One is a symbol of this woman, and another is a symbol of a man, and they are supposed to, it's like a fairy tale. She is like she's not really a fairy. That's not how she's in the sky, like one of the gods. And happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I've never seen white corns. Is it from the US or from Japan? They have some funny things. Anyway, so she came to Earth and fall in love with this man, but it's forbidden, so she had to go back to heaven, or it's not called heaven, whatever. And then they only can meet once a year. So today, this year is today. Oh, it's super sweet. I tried a couple of times this one. I don't know what's called this special art of corns, but super sweet. Like and it's kind of juicy and crispy, unlike the some of the corns really floury, like tastes like starch. Made of starch, but this one's almost like fruits, so I can have so many of them, no problem. Because today is Chinese Valentine's Day, I guess it's a huge thing in China. right after the Western Valentine's Day, obviously. And very, very often couples will give presents to each other. Just like a regular, normal Valentine's Day, you give chocolates, flowers, money. So, but so far, I haven't got anything yet. And I told my husband yesterday, and I told him today is Chinese Valentine's Day, but he asked me if it's necessary. Does he need to buy anything for me? And I thought, it doesn't really matter. We're not in China anyway. But I saw lots of pictures today. People are really getting huge presents. Like 999 roses, or a red pocket with 9,999 I don't know, RMB, or just some nice words. I hope everybody has a romantic Valentine's Day. Anyway, and because I don't have any recipe for this week for live stream, I don't know if I have time tomorrow neither, because I have to work on this document for this company. I'm going to talk about later. So I guess you won't see any videos. Probably are. And then the other thing is the last weekend. So for a couple of weeks already in Kazuha, they started like a lighting show. If you have seen Vivid Cine, a similar kind of Vivid Cine, but so much smaller. It's like only one building at the Schloss. And they do probably 3-4 different shows. Each lasts probably 10 minutes. And I filmed a little bit last weekend, and I don't know if I should upload it to my channel or not, because it's completely not food related. I upload to my Chinese, this social media app. I don't know if I should just upload it, so tomorrow will be at least one video on my channel. Now I'm looking like chipmunk eating corn. You guys can always talk to me on live chat so I could see. I actually saw someone's live stream. The person was like trespassing one of the YouTube stars' mansion or house, and he filmed it the whole time during the live stream. Actually, I would totally like to bring you guys outside as well, but my internet is completely shit. I don't know if it works with my 3G network. So we are just staying at home for now. But probably in China I could find a good network. Problem is in China I need to use the VPN, which probably gonna be really slow, not very optimal as well. Problems after problems. I really find like last couple of weeks just so many little things troubling me. So we were applying for the Chinese visa. So there are different categories. You can apply for only once, single time, or you can apply for twice in half year. I guess 6 months. Within 6 months, you can travel to China for twice, and the other is multiple times within that 6 months, or multiple times within a year. So somehow it's the same price. I don't know why. So it costs the same. Doesn't matter if it's one time or twice or multiple times. And so we decided to apply for this multiple, like the longest period and visa. Problem is, somehow like the girl was like the girl working at the embassy emailed me about like a week after I sent out everything, and then she said like for holiday visa it's there isn't like multiple times for a year, only for family reunion visa. And I didn't apply for family reunion for my in-laws and my brother-in-law, and I have to send like more documents, like an invitation letter, then some tables have to fill in with like informations like contact number, address, and just regular stuff. So I have to do that. And then she said, because I fill in for myself as self-employed, and she said I didn't really actually specifically writing what I'm doing as a self-employed person. So I wrote it in the email as she told me what I should say. And I asked her if it's okay, just say YouTuber, making food videos and things, and she said it's okay. So I sent out everything, I think probably on the second day after the conversation we had on the phone. And then it took another week, so it was last Friday, I got an email from a different person, also from the visa center, and said I didn't fill in the information about my self-employment. And then I don't know if I should be upset, because I told them I wrote the exact sentence in my email already. I think they just forgot, because we were applying actually 5 people at once. They probably missed the information, or they just didn't read, or the person couldn't read Chinese. I have no idea what's the problem with it. So I just simply copy and paste what I wrote in my first email. And this morning I got another phone call. The person said, because my husband doesn't have a valid passport for a whole year, so he can't apply for multiple entries within a year, because it's not a year. But instead of giving the visa as long as the passport is still valid, the person could only give a visa for 6 months. So we probably will have pay another 80 euro next year just for my husband to apply for a visa. So many troubles. I don't get it. They probably get lots of applications every day, but why does it take so long? Because if we went to the embassy and applied at the embassy in person, it takes probably 3 days, and now it takes more than 3 weeks already, or more than 2 weeks. I don't know, but it's too long. Anyway, I don't know if eating corn is like a diet, but it has so much sugar in it. It's so sweet. I guess it's not categorized as diet. So 3 people. So because of the Chinese Valentine's Day, I thought I'm going to make like desserts, like a Valentine's Day themed dessert. But because I don't have much time today and tomorrow, hopefully you guys will be able to see it on Wednesday. But it's like 2 days after Valentine's Day. But it is just what it is. I don't know about local blueberries because very often so the funny thing in Deutsch, there are 2 names for blueberries. So you can call it blueberry, just translate it to Deutsch, then it's Blaubeere. But they have a different name called, I should Google it, I don't want to give misinformation. But apparently blueberry is better than the other one. Blaubeere. Oh, it's Heidelbeer. Yeah, Heidelbeer. So Blaubeere, so blueberry is actually completely blue. I don't know if it's really, if it's the case in North America, but suppose blueberries are completely blue. The skin is blue, the inside, the fruit, everything is blue. But Heidelbeer are slightly different. The skin is blue, but inside it can be like transparent. So apparently blueberries are more expensive and taste a bit slightly sourish, sour as like bitter as Heidelbeer. So answer your questions. I guess I love blueberries. It has like I've heard blueberries are enriched in antioxidant, which is super good for your skin. So if you don't want to get old quickly, what else? It's simply healthy. I can have like 500 gram a day if it's available, but it's already over the blueberry seasons. I think it was at the beginning of summer, just tons of blueberries here, and strawberries, blueberries, himbeerries, raspberries, Johannisbeere, probably cranberries. They have so many berries here. But this year is it's past. Next year, once in season, I'll buy lots of them. I don't know, kilos of them, and just freeze them in the freezer. Then I don't have to buy like the frozen ones from supermarket. This lasts forever if you freeze them in the freezer, and you can do like pancakes. Can use them as filling or smoothies. Can just blend them, or what else? I'll just eat them. I'll make like yogurt, put in yogurt or ice cream. But blueberries super healthy. But I don't. It can be really expensive. some parts of the world. Europe is quite cheap. In Europe, I think in Poland, probably in Poland or somewhere in East Europe, they see it. They have like a huge, really good season. Yeah, so just too many of them, and the price was really low. And every supermarket had like a sale around the same time. And blackberries. So also, I think recently is the season of blackberries. What is exact called blackberries? Because they can be really sweet if they are good. If not, sometimes you get like really tiny blackberries and just really sour and bitter. I search blackberries and I get the blackberry cell phone. So yeah, it is blackberries. Uh-oh. My in-laws have lots of them in the garden. Kids will go to steal them, or like birds will just eat them, so you have to harvest them really quickly right after. And they're pretty good, really good for yogurt and some cake. You can use blackberries for baking cakes as well. I think they're pretty similar to blueberries, since they have some of the highest antioxidant levels of any fruit. They like to give this kind of comment. Was like avocado has the highest is it good protein or vitamin, or what is it? But we are having like this kind of seed. In Deutsch is Leinsamen seeds. I think it's lime seeds in English. And you can get this from supermarket here in Deutschland, really cheap. You can use them for baking bread, or like here I just blend them so they're like powders, and you can add them into a smoothie, or you can just eat them with a bit of water, and they are really high in omega-3. So if you want to be a bit, just tiny little bit smarter, I guess. But I never had these things before. It's just after we move into Deutschland, I start adding a little bit this, a little bit that, just because everybody's eating them. So I feel like I should as well. Some people don't believe this. They don't believe in superfood. They don't believe in anything. I don't know. But I felt it's a good idea to try, and it doesn't cost much, doesn't take much time. Why not? Uh-oh. I'm making a mess, yeah. So there's only, how many weeks? I guess 4 weeks. Probably even less. I think 3 weeks. actually exact 4 weeks. I thought it would be shorter, but anyway. So we are leaving on the 23rd of next month, and on the 24th is election in Deutschland. Well, I wouldn't be able to vote anyway here in Deutschland, but my husband, they would definitely want to vote. Just bedtiming. Should I eat another one? I'll probably eat another half. No, there's like food company in Deutschland. There's really rarely any food companies are not bought by Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Let me just quickly check if they are bought as well. In Deutschland, they sell lots of milk products like chocolate milk, yogurt, similar kind of things, or buttermilk. It's hard to search here. I don't know how to search because the brand name is also a common Deutsch name. Let's say Müllermilch. You guys probably know it's called Müllermilch. So it looks like they are not bought, at least. And they always have this kind of promotion where you buy lots of their products, and there's a chance that you could win millions, probably, or a car or some kind of things. So I've been buying some of their yogurt, chocolate milk, and etc. Müllermilch, but I haven't found anything. At least not to me. So it's really old. 1896. Wow. So the brand is old. Wait a second, I'm going to take another one. 1.5. It's super hot. Okay. I'm back. So, I think a couple of weeks ago, I don't know if I told you guys about it or not, but a friend, so some of my friends back in the uni. Moving back to China, and one of the girls, she now is living in Beijing for almost 6 months now. So we went to Sydney about similar time. She was probably a year earlier than me, and so she stayed there a lot longer. Then I moved to Deutschland. She stayed there for another 2 years or so, and now she moved to China. Anyway. No. Soda bread. I actually don't know many Irish food. Irish coffee, I know that, but what is soda bread? Is it because it has soda in it, that's why it's called soda bread? Carbonate. So it has baking soda in it. No, I haven't, but I could give it a try. It looks a bit like the German Christmas bread. Sorry. So it's hard then if it's like a biscuit. How could a biscuit be fluffy? Then it's like a is it like a butter cake? I'll give it a try. Is it for special days like a Easter or some kind of special event? I actually never heard it. I probably have heard it. And so around like St. Patrick's Day, I wanted to bake something Ireland related, but I didn't find anything. It was like shepherd's pie. I thought maybe I could make that, but I'm not 100% sure if it's from Ireland or it's British. Nothing special, it's just like regular bread. I have this idea, like I'll open like a cafe, and then not just like a regular boring cafe like Starbucks. So a cafe will just make different things. So like colorful things, like rainbows, unicorns, like those trending things from Instagram, and just like everyday different things, different bread, based on what I bake, what I make for that day, for my videos. I don't know. I could put soda bread on my list. The good thing is, by the end of this month, my husband's finishing his probation period, so we will finally be able to travel. So there are so many places I want to go in Europe, and next year I have to go back to Australia for maybe a couple of weeks. I'll meet a few friends. I was talking about this friend. So she is moving back to China, and she told me in China, so she quickly found a job in China, but she had to work until sometimes in the middle of the night, and the salary was so bad, wasn't enough to pay for her rent. But I guess like it's not so bad in terms of how much it is. It's simply too expensive in Beijing. And now, so she quit her jobs in like, I think she told me 2 months, or maybe I could remember it wrong. But she's now selling some cosmetics, and she's going to ship some her like it's not like what she funded or produced it. She didn't make it, so she's just selling them, and she's going to ship some of those cosmetics to me. And she told me like the people who are famous in internet in China, they make like 10,000 at least RMB per post. So 10,000 RMB is like around, so a bit more than 1,000 euro a post. And I don't know how much effort they put in the post, probably not much. It's similar to Instagram but with more words, so a bit more effort than Instagram. But and a thousand euro for a post is crazy. So I'm going to look into that, because she said she's going to send me something and I could write a post for her for free. Obviously I don't have many followers for now, but we will see. Okay. So it's Irish dessert. Looks like potatoes, but it's not potatoes. It's not made from potatoes. Let me have a quick look to get some knowledge in terms of Irish food. Irish potatoes. When I search Irish potatoes, come out really Irish potatoes. But here it says Irish potatoes candy. I guess that's the one. From food.com. Is it from marzipan? Let me just have a quick look. So it has butter, cheese, cream cheese, vanilla extract, sugar, coconut. So it's pretty much from cheese. It doesn't even have flour in it. I wonder what it tastes like. A cream cheese. Is cream cheese taste pretty much like mozzarella, or it's like mascarpone? So like it's a little bit sour. The cake, I baked last week. This cream cheese. This cake was more like a tart. It really took like whole 4 or 5 days. Until this morning we were able to finish. It was just too much. It has lots of cream in there as well, cream and cheese. Hello, Chris. Now I'm still feeling like I'm eating too much. The cream and cheese, too many milk products. Sometimes it's too heavy in the stomach. I don't know if it's the case for this. but looks like fun. I have another idea. I have like 100 ideas. The other idea I had is to make like dessert, snacks related cakes. For example, this almond cake from Sweden. So we had like this almond cake in the cafe in Deutschland. Then it's like it's promoted as if it's from this chocolate bar. So it's like a chocolate bar like cake. But then I did a bit of research looking for recipes in internet and realized it's sold in IKEA. Apparently it's an IKEA cake. I don't know if the cafe in Deutschland had simply bought in IKEA and sold it, but I have no idea. So because of that, I thought I could make some snack, a chocolate bar related cakes, like the most common ones probably like Oreo or Mars bar. What else? Snickers. So these kind of chocolate bars, but similar ingredients. Cake, similar but like cake. I don't know if I had a Japanese cheesecake. I'm a bit confused between Japanese cheesecake and sponge cake. I guess it's completely different, is it? Because like the sponge cake in China is so popular. This Japanese sponge cake. I don't know if I have had Japanese cheesecake. In general, I don't like eat lots of cheesecake, or I don't know, just the things with lots of cream and milk. I don't have like I'm not allergic to it, but simply it's too heavy on the stomach. Hello everybody. Now I just feel like to eat something a bit lighter on the stomach. The other thing, my husband will kill me if I say this. So we have been moving to this apartment for a bit over 2 years now, and since then I've been cooking a lot at home. Also, you see lots of recipes on my channel. No, but I want to say it. So because we're like living alone now, then he is crazy about snacks. Ice cream, chocolate, chips, all kinds of unhealthy food. And those things I don't eat. I just didn't grow up with all the chips and chocolates. To me, they taste yucky. I don't know if it's gonna make lots of people hate me, but it's true. It's like I'll prefer to eat apple than eat ice cream sometimes. Depends on what kind of ice cream it is. But very often you get here just pure sugar in it. All I could taste is sugar and artificial flavoring. That's why I don't like eat them. But my husband is a huge fan of like Magnum, Mövenpick. So I do all the groceries and I will buy for him. And over these 2 years, I realized his tummy is getting slightly. It's like not so bad to like overweight, but it's slightly coming out a little bit. And he has been always really slim. Like when we just met each other, and when we were in China, I could really hear people, because people would think he couldn't speak Chinese. So I could hear they were like saying, how could somebody be so slim? Is he sick or something? Like, but now he's like slowly getting a little tummy, and he's so I kindly remind him, like, don't eat so much chocolates and chips right before we're going to bed. Like he would like to watch TV while working on YouTube videos at the beginning of the evening. So after dinner, it's probably 8 o'clock, and 8, 9, 10, he's probably working on YouTube videos. At 11, he starts watching a video, watching a movie, and eating chocolates and chips and ice. So I thought he probably should just a little bit control on the diet. So yesterday, last night, was really cute. He asked me if we should eat yogurt. And the other thing, like the yogurt in Deutschland has lots of sugar in it as well. But it's probably one of my favorite thing, like Deutsche yogurt. Like this brand, the Milch, they have lots of yogurt, milk pudding, this kind of things. So it's kind of on the borderline. Yogurt is kind of okay, kind of not okay. So I told him it's okay, we have yogurt. And around like 11 o'clock, we were watching a movie. Last night we watched a really weird old movie. I'll tell you guys later. And he said he was so hungry. And I said, okay, if you're hungry, then eat some nuts. So he was like really asking permission. I thought that was cute. But it's really sugar. Sugar is really evil, especially like in chocolates and ice. When it's in fruits, it's kind of okay. But all the sugar goes to your waist, your tummy. That's what I have heard. So just to be weight conscious. I find it's after 30, 40, different stage of life, it's really a lot easier to gain weight. I know. In Deutschland, they have a kind of cheese called Quark. I used in my last recipe as well. It tastes really like yogurt. It's like sour, but it's slightly thicker. It's like a yogurt. It's almost like Greek yogurt, but not so sour. But it's actually cheese, so it's a yogurt-like cheese. And see lots of German recipes, cakes, dessert recipes with Quark. Is it true? They are saying right now in Switzerland, they are Switzerland. They are selling bugs in some restaurants. They even sell frozen food, frozen bugs in the supermarket. You can buy it, but you don't have to buy it. It's just like an option you can eat. And then Switzerland, later in the future, Switzerland is going to be famous for selling bugs for dinner. I don't know. But like Chinese are famous for eating everything. We're not very picky on food. But I don't eat bugs. You have to see I eat everything, but at the beginning I didn't like durian either because of the smell. But somehow it became trending, so it's more like because it's so popular, everybody loves it, so you have to eat it as well. That's why I tried it, and I like it. It's kind of creamy. It's like really sweet and creamy taste. But that's a few things my husband doesn't eat either. I think they just don't like the smell, the stinky smell. But I remember when we were in Malaysia, they have like this kind of fruit vendors on the street. You can just buy durian. You can sit on the side of the street and you eat durians. What is Canadian food? That's the other thing, like people ask me what is Australian food. It's really hard to say. It's a barbecue, but everybody on earth love barbecue. There's not like special, like unique things. Kangaroo. Like when I say it was in language school, then people ask me, oh, what do people love to eat in Australia? And I couldn't really think of something like that unique. And then the teacher was like, say kangaroo. And I felt like everybody just eat kangaroo every day. Like that's all people eat in Australia. I had these fries in Montreal with like gravies on top. Was kinda, I don't know, it's like the other day on TV here, they were like almost like a promoting like a commercial for Burger King, and then they take the fries from Burger King and from McDonald's and from the kind of Turkish shop, like kebab shops. They take all three kinds of fries and let people to taste and guess which is which one's best. The funny thing is, they say some people actually like mashy fries. I couldn't understand, like how could somebody like to eat soggy mashy fries? But apparently it's the thing. They're saying the fries from McDonald's in Deutschland tend to be a lot softer and soggier. I think they just don't make fresh. It's an excuse. But apparently the fries from Burger King are like crispier, fresher, but saltier, probably. One thing about maple syrup is that you have to really cut the tree to get the syrup. Is it? Do you have to? How do you get the maple syrup? My understanding is you have to cut the tree to get the syrup. Isn't a bit brutal? It's just a joke. Because you have to cut the tree. Why do you have to? I don't know. I don't know if it's the case. My imagination anyway. That's so I'm planning to try at least to record the things I'm going to have in China. So there are a few things in my city which is super popular, like everyone knows about it. And in my city, in Nanjing, it's really popular for duck soup. And it's not just any kind of duck. It's not meat, duck breasts or something that's easy. It's duck blood. I don't know, Chinese love to eat blood, like pig blood and duck blood. Pig blood is a bit disgusting, but I don't mind duck blood. But I find it's amazing, right? Like how could trees have so much sugar in them? I actually, in my whole life, I had once blood sausage, and almost puked. Like really, I had when I ate it, it was okay. It was like nothing special. It was just like shaped like a sausage, and I didn't feel anything. But like 10 minutes after, I couldn't stop vomiting. I don't know if that was because of the blood sausage. But Chinese love to make blood jelly, and I don't really know exactly how they made it. So they taste almost like chewy jelly, like the jelly they put in milk tea, but it's with blood. So I'm going to probably make some videos with that, the blood soup. And they like to put lots of like guts, intestines from a duck in it as well. So it's really just pure duck soup. What other things? The other day I saw someone wrote this. It's a restaurant in my city as well. So they serve like noodles. But if you can see it in this picture on my phone, can you see it? Okay, so they serve like a really small portion of noodles. So you can order like 10 of them, 10 different kinds of noodles. And each costs only like 50 cents or even less. And you can just try all different kind of noodles and not getting so full. So that's another restaurant I want to go. It's kind of interesting. I guess they take different kind of styles. Doesn't have a like exact what kind of noodle. It could be like a Japanese ramen noodle, could be Thai, could be curry, but it's just like a small portion of different noodles. I thought that's kind of interesting as well. What else? That's pretty much what is it? What I find interesting? No, don't say that. I actually quite like Japanese food. Korean food, it's okay. Korean food is really similar to Chinese food. I know some people are gonna hate me for saying that. It's just Korean food is a bit heavier, so it has that's one thing like I find like in Korean food they have lots of meat, but I don't want to give wrong information. They're really heavy on the sauces. That's the other thing I have heard, like it's really health related. People are not eating food. They're not eating food because of food, but they were eating sauces. So they could eat lots of artificial flavoring, eating lots of soy sauce, but not really eating the food. Like, so like I don't know, kimchi. I like kimchi too, but I don't like eat them every day. It's just my brother-in-law. He is a huge fan of Korea. There are so many people who love Korea for some reason. To me, I find Japan is more my type. But different people have different preferences. I generally feel like Korea is 90% similar to China. That's why it doesn't like attract me that much, because when we were in Korea, another thing is my husband actually proposed to me in Seoul. actually. And I knew that he wanted to propose to me in Japan, but he forgot to bring the ring. That's why he had to propose, because we only stayed in Japan for like 3 days, and then was in Korea. I'm not a huge fan of K-pop neither, but I don't know. I know this song. What's this song called? Something about boy or bad boy, or what is called? I don't know. I don't know. I find the girls in K-pop, they like to show, they call it sexual appealing, but I find like it's a bit so girls are not just sex toys or just want to look sexy, but I could say it to extreme. But I find it's cool, like a country like Korea, because Korea is kind of small and lots of mountains, and they can have so many famous things and so many people love them. That's amazing. Like, because at the beginning they had nothing, and now they have Samsung, like everyone loves their handy, their cell phone, like K-pop girls crazy about K-pop and Korean food. So like, although like, do you know, like there's a festival, I think it's, what is it, festival in China, it's 100% Chinese. It's like, what is called this festival? And then Koreans took it and registered with the, what's called, I forgot, heritage, what is it? Heritage, what is it? I forgot. But there's so many things. And the other, there's a really old and famous poem. Like, I have learned from school, like we have to memorizing all the things he wrote. 100% Chinese, but Koreans say he is Korean. Well, because older times, that area where he was born, now it's in Korea, and then they took it as well. They're saying he's Korean. But everything, literature, everything he wrote was in Chinese. But they just like to take things. But it's okay. Actually, my husband, so last week, so I have been always using iPhone, like from beginning till the end, because I have heard people say many bad things about Sony and Samsung, mostly Samsung. And then I don't know, I have been using iPhone the whole time, and I don't, probably my next phone will be a Huawei or something, I don't know. But right now, for the next couple of years, I'll still keep using iPhone. My husband, they have been a huge Apple fan as well. But then last year they changed to Samsung. It didn't last for a year, and then my brother-in-law's cell phone broke last week. Was just because they work a lot with their phone. They're like 24 hours working on it. They cut their videos on their cell phone. They chat on their cell phone, and then they look at the like Bitcoin trends on their cell phone. They trade on the cell phone. They do everything on their cell phone. And then last week when he was like editing one of his video, and then the cell phone just like went blank, so completely dead. I think he repeated doing that for 3 times. I don't know if that's the program or it was the cell phone, but the last time when it happened and he couldn't turn it back on anymore, and it was a cell phone only less than 1 year old, and now he bought another new one. So I think it was last week this Samsung Note came out, because my husband's work, they work on a lot about cell phones, and then he knows everything about it. And then apparently this new Samsung Note has really good camera, so really light sensitive, much better than mine, I hope. So they were considering if they should get this new Samsung phone. It's not about food, but I just feel like it's cool because Samsung, it's actually a family business, because the family runs. So the father is in hospital. I think he's not dead yet, but he's in hospital. So the son takes the business. So it's kind of really family business, but it could be so successful. That's not easy, like not an easy thing to do. I don't know. But do you know that like lots of things says made in China are not really made in China anymore? I just saw it somewhere. It says it has a label, so they sell it. They think made in China, this label is good. Somehow, before people think it's cheap, it's like bad quality. Somehow right now, made in China label is also good. So people would like at the border of between China and probably Vietnam and then China with North Korea, and they build factories at the border. Pretty much not in China anymore, but because it's a Chinese business, they will still put the label says made in China. So probably you think you buy something says made in China, it's not really made in China anymore. But anyway, if you guys know this Irish business, they sell really cheap clothes, like t-shirts for €2, socks for 50 cents, like really, really cheap price. They have done a comparison in Deutschland between different discounters, and I think it was like CNA. It's a German brand, and so this Irish brand somehow is the cheapest. It's Primark. Do you know? I think it's Irish, or it says it's UK. I think it's Irish. Is Irish or UK? But it's like super cheap, and 90% of the stuff they sell are made in China, or says made in China, or from what's called Vietnam, or what's the other country next to India? And then I took my parents there, and my parents were just they loved it because it's so cheap. They could never buy anything so cheap in China. Really, like everything's so expensive now. But they find like the clothing there, Bangladesh. So they find this so cheap. And they bought tons of the clothes from the shop, and then they are all made in China. For my parents, it's okay because they only look at the price and quality. They don't really look at where they are made. But for some other Chinese, it could be a problem because they are looking for. So they come to Europe, they want to buy brands, so they don't really want to buy cheap things. That's so like different. My cousin were here, and then we took them to the City Medicine. So it's like the factory and the company base of Hugo Boss. So it's not so far away from here. It's like 1 hour drive, and then at the City you can buy lots of huge brands like Burberry, LV, Gucci, all this kind of brand. For my parents, they would never buy those kind of things. Like, and for my cousin, it's a different story. Like she bought like a jacket, cost €500 for one jacket, winter jacket though. Please don't say that the German clothes have no style. I love Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss is German brand. I really like Hugo Boss. Like, every time when we go to Outlet City, you can buy like really cheap, discount after discount, and then they have. And I find every single thing that they sell Hugo Boss really, especially there are not many fashion wear for men. So I thought it was pretty cool because actually my husband bought his suit there for our wedding. I just find it's really cute with a little bow tie, and style is like really slim cut, just cute. Don't say German has no style. German people probably don't have much style. That's why I feel like they don't. But not the case I don't know. After Instagram, everybody wants to be a fashion star. But in general, if you look people on the street, they are not really into it. At least what I feel like. This morning, like usually like a morning TV, they have like a weather program, and I always find it really sweet, cute looking girls, sexy with really nice curves. And here you see on German TV, it's just a woman with a winter jacket and wear a really old-fashioned scarf. So I thought a huge difference. It's really funny. I think they just don't care. They don't care much. It's like a usability. So how long endurance, how long you can use it, that's more important. There is like this brother, they're German, and they stole the idea from eBay. Yeah, and they stole lots of ideas, internet ideas, and they have this online shop in Deutschland called Zalando. That's the best thing about buying things in Deutschland online is you don't have to pay it. So pretty much you gave your credit card details to this website, but you don't have to pay for the stuff you buy. There is a limit. I think it's around 1,000 euro, and you can just purchase all of them but without paying them. And when you get them, you can try them on and see if you like them or not. If you don't like them, you can return them for free. So they have a label in the package. You just repack it and then give it to the post. And that's this concept of online e-commerce site in Deutschland. I don't know if it's also the case in US. Can you just buy things without paying? And there are like a group of people in Deutschland, they would just order tons of them, and they were a little bit this, a little bit that, but not make them dirty. They're really good at that. And not cutting out the label, and then after a few days they can ship them back. Some people do that. That's not true. That's not true. Clothing, Hugo Boss, CNI, I guess it also has shops in the US. So they provide cheap and good quality clothing. Food. Have you tried German cakes? Please, they're like the best thing. I'm not like French cake desserts. Like, it's really delicate. So like small little things, and looks super pretty. A German dessert, you have to try like cakes they make. And really super good. I just feel sad like it's not so well known. So not people knowing it. And German bread, please. Like the healthiest bread. Pop culture, I'm not so sure neither, because they have lots of German rapper, but really bad. That's what they're saying is German language is not good, not suitable for singing. It's not good for sing as a song, but it's really good as in writing. That's why there are so many famous author and literature. And German music, I guess you have to think of like a classic music. Even now, like in Kassel, there's a classic music school, like art school. There's so many people around Europe, around the world come to, like lots of Koreans, Japanese I've seen, they come here to learn classic music. It's not pop music, but classic music. I don't listen to Chinese music, to be honest. I find it's really bad. I don't watch Chinese movie neither, because totally propaganda. So I don't watch neither. Either stupid or propaganda, or just there's not much love in writing. I find the best thing about Hollywood movie is the effort they put in. Now I know. Do you know, like this German writes lots of songs for movie called Zimmerman. He writes lots of Hollywood movies. Movie songs. I forgot his name. I just know the last name is Zimmerman. Anyway, yeah, he's good. He's also like a... Is it? Let me try. Is it? Yeah, it's him. Hans Zimmer. Oh, not Zimmerman. Zimmer. Sorry, because Zimmerman is regular German name. So you're right. You're correct. It's Hans Zimmer. He's pretty good. I don't know. I think I have soft spot for Japanese food and culture or anything. I don't know. I find that they are so unique. But I don't know. I have told my husband, like, if it's possible, we could probably move to Japan for a couple of years, move to China for a couple of years, and then if finally US decided to give us a green card, then we can go to US for a couple of years. I just don't feel like staying here forever. He wrote so many music for so many movies. Pirates of the Caribbean, Batman, many like huge production at it. And like if you are into classic music, really there in Berlin, like constant some really good orchestra, really good, but it's not for everybody. That's the other thing is I always like jazz, like, but not like old jazz, like modern jazz, or a bit softer, a bit lighter. I don't know if it's correct to say that, but then my husband it's not a fan, he's not a fan, but we went to, so what's just happened last week, we were on our way to a shopping center, and at the like a almost like beer garden, so you can, in Germany it's everywhere, you can see this, you can eat outside, you can drink beer outside, and there was a guy playing bass guitar. I don't think he was hired at the restaurant or anything, he was just playing there like a straight artist, and he was playing, like, I forgot the song, but it was jazz, and my husband thought it was really nice too, so he actually liked it. He just doesn't know, he haven't heard many good things, good jazz music. I wouldn't say that, it's not true. Japan is so unique. Japan is not like not like any country. I felt like it was insulting as well when people say, oh, Japanese or like Chinese or something. You can't compare. There's no comparison. Anyway, can't believe it. It's 3 o'clock, over 3 o'clock. I'm like 17 minutes too late. And I probably have to call it off. So today I had 3 small pieces of corns. I was planning to probably have tofu, just easier, but then I just didn't feel like eating it. I could have a whole block of tofu, probably for next week's video. And then I guess you can call it a challenge. I don't know, just mukbang or anything. And this week is a bit hectic for me because I have to finish working on these documents for this company. That's a really funny story, but I don't have time anymore. Just like hello, Greg. So it's this company, Chinese company, but funded in Germany. So it's like a subsidiary of a Chinese company, and then they're looking for some translator. And my husband's still confused now because why wouldn't they pay for a professional translator, but they pay me to do it? He couldn't understand it. But because of that, I hope because this opportunity, I could probably do it much better. I don't know. He's probably busy with his motorbike. Anyway, I just hope if I could do this properly. Oh, I want to ask you guys. Would you say internal and external environmental analysis or internal and external environment analysis? Which one is correct? Tell me now. Because sometimes I when I'm translating these things, lots of technical words, I'm not so 100% sure. And I guess they're not they just want it to be understood probably. Because the things they wrote, some things are really funny. I don't know if I should tell you guys. No, I'm not going to tell. I still want to keep working for this company, not saying some things and they're going to fire me. Anyway, so what is it? Internal and external environmental analysis. Or let me just write it. Internal and then external analysis, or internal and external environmental analysis. Environmental, right? I thought it's environmental too, because it's like a adjective to describe analysis. Okay, thank you so much. That's it. So I finished today's live stream. Tomorrow I probably will upload the light show, or you're gonna have to wait until Wednesday. The other thing is I'm going to make wonton this week, and the same I will do probably the skin for one video and the filling another one, and then to do 2 types of wonton soup. Hope you guys will be interested as well. And thanks for joining me for live stream. You can always chat with me on Facebook or Instagram if you just prefer to talk to me on Instagram. And if you guys could read Chinese, I would strongly suggest this app. This app called 小红书. 小红书. Go to Google it. Called 小红书. It's like a app. It's probably 3 or 4 years old, and they raised billions dollars, US dollars, for funding, and now it's one of the most popular. I would say it's one of the most popular Chinese apps. So you can find me as well on this. I can't wait to share you guys some of my pictures, because I write lots of articles there as well, because I want to get more fans, just like you too. But anyway, so if you guys are interested, and if you want to see some crazy Chinese stuff, it has everything on it. And that's it for today, and thanks for joining me, and then I'll come back again for another live stream next week, Monday. So there will still be 4 live streams, and then I'll be 3 live streams, then I'll be in China, and hopefully I could figure out how to use VPN to show you guys to do the live streams in China as well. It's still early, it's like 3 o'clock, almost 3:30 now, but have a great day the rest of the day, and see you next week. See ya.